when we talk about how we're integrating content plan with business plan, like what opportunities that presents? Like, is there a monetization element that can come along with, like, are you opening up additional revenue streams by integrating content plan with business plan?
Probably. That's not my goal year one on this strategy plan. My goal is I'm actually trying to marry what the Daily Drip has taught me and what I've kind of been doing by accident, right? I speak in insurance. My audience is kind of specific about like branding, agency branding, and speaking to women in insurance. And I told Nicole, I'm enjoying the speaking part, but I need to grow my business. I need to like you see Lisa's speaking and she's speaking to her potential clients, right? Like I'm speaking to people in my industry kind of to like inspire them to keep going, but I need to speak to people that are going to grow my business. Right. Like that's cute, but I need to grow my business. Right. I need to pay my bills. So I told Nicole that's what I needed help with the strategy, like marrying the thought leadership world that I've kind of fallen into and that you guys so graciously continue to push me to do and encourage me, which I appreciate that. But I needed to bring the two together. Yeah. So she helped me marry that vision of like, okay, well, the thought leadership stuff you're doing here, do it for the target industries. Go speak to manufacturers. Go speak to the people that help manufacturers. Go speak to the people, the CPAs, the attorneys, the bankers that serve the construction people, the concrete people. So then you're marrying the two.
So your content essentially looks the same, but you're now kind of broadening the audience.
Right.
And it's an audience that would be potentially buying from you, or at least you're at least getting recognized in front of a broader audience that would buy your services.
Right. And to Lisa's point, right? Like if I become the person, especially on these platforms like LinkedIn, that is constantly speaking to manufacturers and electricians, and I'm the person that helps manufacturers and electricians, to both of your points, well, guess what? When a restaurant needs insurance, they're going to think, well, she can handle it.
Yeah. I think that's the key to all of this is that, Nicole uses the word mind share, and what you want to be doing is showing up in a way that, and again, it doesn't have to be every day. But how you show up and what you're saying is how people are going to automatically connect you when they think of the service that you provide. Right. So they're automatically like, they're getting to know you, they're hearing about your kids, they're seeing what you're doing from a philanthropic point of view. But when they have a CPA question, you're going to be front of mind.
Well, and they see how you collaborate. They see who you collaborate with, how you collaborate with them, and then you become that go-to person for all things.
I think collaboration is key.
Collaboration is key.
Whether it's in content, in your business, in your life in general.
And it feels good. It feels so good to elevate the people around me and build their content, build their brand, and utilize my network. It just feels good. It feels right.
I'm with you.
I agree.
But that's because we're good people.
It's not for everyone, but it's definitely
But
for
honestly, but Karen, to your point, like that's what I think that content is so much more than just turning on a camera and likes. It's turning into a revenue generating, brand building, not turning into, it's been, but I think the business world is opening its mind up more to it, especially at the higher levels, right? The C-suites. These people are understanding we need to highlight our people, not the company. Right. Because we, as maybe it's even the shift of just like business is getting bigger in this Amazon craze, right? Where we're all buying everything on Amazon. When we need services that are serious and impactful, we want to do it with people that we know, like, and trust. Yeah. And that's the only way we can do it. And the fact that I could do it at home on my couch and get to know your family, it's great.
Well, I think also that we have a bandwidth, right? As somebody that like did a stupid amount of events that goes to a ton of networking, it's incredibly exhausting. It's very depleting. It's hard to manage. And when you have good content, you actually get to pull back a little bit from that because now you're still connecting, you're communicating. And, when you show up on LinkedIn, you should still be showing up like it's a networking event, but it's much more effective from a time standpoint. It gives you an opportunity to not have to just go and work a room. Like you can use these platforms the same way you would use a networking event.
You're working a digital room, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another point of view, I think, like, for example, when I decided and I told my partners, we are redoing our website. I don't care how many clients we have. I don't care that we're growing. I don't care that we're just going to the next level. We need a new website. And why? What is your reason? And when Jeff came to me and said, what is your main reason for wanting a new website? I go, to attract different employees. It wasn't even for clients. It was because I knew to take the firm to the next level, we needed to attract the kind of employees that were going to fit into our culture. So I think content does that also. If I have CPAs out there that are looking for a job and they see me posting and they're ready to leave another firm, they have been seeing the type of culture that we have at our firm. That's for me, and they're going to come over and they're going to try to get hired with us. So it's not even just for business development, personal brand. It's also like, I want to build my firm, and that's how you do it, through your people, through your employees.
And to your point too, like, since we're working in such old archaic industries, I mean, how many, if it's a young CPA that's interested in personal branding and he's working for a firm that doesn't let him, he knows he has a home where he can get that
firm. Yeah, we are that firm, and they see it on social media. We absolutely post that on social media, various platforms, and we do it in a very natural way.
So how do you think that your content has impacted your business? Like, how and to what degree, I guess, is the question.
I mean, for me, I would say on LinkedIn, it creates more awareness. With me attracting mid to large size organizations, it's very clear when they would reach out to me, which I love. And then for my existing clients, from an Instagram perspective, because I think people are on Instagram, they love to be able to see, oh, I get to learn and know more about Lisa and her team, because I do on Instagram as well. I share the personal side of my team. Yeah. So I think for me, we use the word collaboration, but for me, it's connection. So how is my audience, whether it's prospects or current clients, how do they feel connected to who we are and the work that we do? Have
you noticed a difference from when you first started, like that like the people you're connecting with and the level of engagement?
So what I will say is what's really interesting is the growth has happened. So I've gotten a lot more followers, a lot more things of that nature. But one thing that we're trying to look at differently in 2025 is that I hear often from so many people, you guys even said it, like, oh my gosh, your content's so good. You're so, like, I know what you do. But we want people to actually slide into our DMs and actually have more deeper conversations. It's not about, I don't want it to be a space of how do you serve us? But I want people to be like, I just got laid off. And I would love to be able to lean on you and things of that nature. And that's not happening right now. So that's the thing I'm being honest, like, we're trying to figure out how we shift.
What if you just said that? What if you said, hey, if you're just watching this and you just got laid off?
So we have. And I think, but slide to the left.
Nobody slides into a DM. That's Nicole used to love it about me, because I would literally slide into all the DMs. Like, I had no shame in the game. I would just be like, hey, I'd love to meet you. And here's all these things. Like Cody Sanchez. I literally slid into her DMs. I'm like, you should check us out. I love your stuff. I don't even care.
I want to attract them people like you, because I'm the person that doesn't slide into DMs. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out, how do I get them into our psyches? Yeah. Because there are some people that do, but I want to cast a wider net of the me's, I guess, if you would, that are like, oh, I'll just reach out to you when I see you.
I'm embarrassed to slide into people's DMs. Same. To your point of like embarrassed of tagging, like I would never just like.
No, I would never. You're talking about it. I'm like, oh no.
Slip and slide all over.
She's cringing. She's cringing in the corner. She's like, I'm still tagging people, maybe.
I grew my entire network from sliding into DMs. Like everything
that
is
too?
Everywhere.
Do you invite them for a 15-minute virtual coffee?
No, I give more than 15 minutes.
Oh my goodness, you
But I will say this. I was also, though, very hyper, like, so yes, all jokes aside, I do slide into DMs, but like I'm not coming in and hot selling you on things. Like I was genuinely reaching out to people that I was attracted to in terms of what they were showing up and saying. I mean, Daniel was a great example of that. Like Daniel Wakefield, I was watching, following, no one introduced us, and I reached out. I'm like, first of all, headshots, worse than going to the dentist. Like legit the worst thing ever. But I love your work. And then just like started talking and having a conversation. Like I've met so many people just by saying, I love how you show up. I really, like, I'd love to grab a coffee. I'd love to learn more about what you do. Like there is a method to it, in the sense that I always went in with no like ulterior motive, except I was just like, I just want to meet and continue to grow a network of good people that are interesting and doing kind of cool stuff. So I think that's why I'm not self-conscious about it, because I'm not asking for anything.
But I think that's the point. Like if you're a user of social media, if you're a content creator on social media, just be you. You do it the way it feels natural, right? Like I'm not sliding into people's DMs, okay, but I'll comment on it. Yeah. But I think cry on social media, slide into DMs. I got a list of homework.
The question is just how, though, because I hear what Lisa's saying, and I think it's kind of like, how do you like how do you adjust? And you don't want to, and I don't mean adjust like change how you're doing your content, but it's kind of like, how do I somehow bring another element in that's going to give people the comfort to say, I want to reach out to her because I'm struggling with this.
Correct. And I think it's a desire, right? I think anyone that's watching this probably has this desire of success looks like if my follower count is growing, right? If more likes or more comments are happening, then my content's landing. If I were to reframe it slightly, when I think of when you send me someone to connect with me, they will say, after Romi connected us, I started following you and I now know I know what you do and I have all these questions. And we're tracking that. We're tracking how many people from the second that you connect us, are they following us and how does the conversation go? So we have an Excel spreadsheet that literally click up. They should connect. Exactly.
That's how we're going to integrate our content plan with our business plan. They're going to be a sponsor, right, Liz? Go on.
But we have it in a way that there's three columns. The first column is who referred them, and then do they follow us? And then I have to actually put the manual notes of what did they say during that time. And I'll ask the question like, hey, based off of what you read, what do you know about me? Because I want to know, is it landing? And if it's not, what? And I do it because I want to make sure, but I think I'm doing it from that same space of I'm associating DMs the way that I used to associate follows and likes. Did anyone else?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah. And I don't know why.
Funny, I pay more attention to the connecting and engaging piece than I do about like the widespread followers for me.
Same.
Because to me, like, I don't need millions of people to be following because I know exactly who we want to be a part of this, right? So like in my mind, it's like, as long as it's the right people that I'm connecting with, it doesn't have to be a volume play, right?
But I'm such a connector. Same. I can care less if I get 10,000 followers tomorrow. Right. To me, though, if someone slides in my DMs and is like, oh my gosh, your reel reminded me of the layoff I had, or your post just reminded me that I actually have a transition coming up, can we talk? That's not happening right now. And I just want to be real. Like, so as much as it's creating awareness, 2025... Can I say? Yeah. Okay, this is part 2. In 2025, it's more about how are we measuring the art? Like, is it actually converting to people being like, now I want to, they're asking me for my services because I'm not talking about the services live.
That's interesting. That's very helpful to me in developing my 2025 content - business development plan, because it's like, all right, I spent 2023 doing nothing, learning my passwords to get onto LinkedIn. And then 2024 was like, all right, I want to like dabble, and then, becoming the vice chair at Children's Harbor really put me out there, becoming a thought leader really put me out there, and now I'm like skimming the surface. 2025 I'm coming. Like I'm sliding in. I am coming for it.